You've read the books, watched the videos, taken the courses, and you're still stuck in the same place you were a year ago, because learning has become your hiding place. The information you consume isn't making you smarter, it's making you comfortable staying exactly where you are. Here's what nobody tells you about learning. It feels like progress. Your brain literally rewards you with dopamine when you understand something new. You close that book, finish that video, and you feel accomplished. But you haven't done anything. I know a guy who spent 3 years studying how to start a business. Books, podcasts, masterclasses, everything. Never launched. Meanwhile, his neighbor, who read one book and understood maybe half of it, started a pressure washing company. That neighbor now employs 4 people. The difference wasn't knowledge. It was what each man was actually doing with his time. One was preparing to act. The other was using preparation as a substitute for action. That's the trap. When learning feels productive, your brain stops pushing you toward the uncomfortable thing that would actually change your life. So here's how you escape. You implement a 72-hour rule. Any piece of information you consume, you have 72 hours to apply it, or you delete it from your life. Not mentally file it away for later. Delete it. That podcast about morning routines? You have 3 days to test a new morning routine, or you accept that podcast was entertainment, not education. That book about difficult conversations? 72 hours to have one, or stop pretending you're growing. This does something brutal to your information diet. Suddenly you get very selective. You stop consuming things you have no intention of using, because now there's a cost. Now learning requires action, or it requires honesty. And most people would rather keep lying to themselves. But not you. Not anymore. You're going to pick one thing, one concept you learned this week that actually matters, and you're going to do something with it before this time Thursday. That's not a suggestion. That's the only way any of this works. Remember where we started. All that knowledge, all that time spent learning, and nothing changed. Because information without implementation is just intellectual entertainment. It's Netflix for people who want to feel productive. You want to actually move forward? Stop asking what else you need to learn. Start asking what you're avoiding by learning more. The answer to that question is usually the exact thing you need to do next. If this hit different, subscribe. Drop a comment telling me the one thing you've been learning about but haven't actually done. Let's get honest about this together.